What if I told you there are certain foods sitting in your pantry right now that could outlive you? Not just survive a few months. We're talking years, decades even. Some of them might still be perfectly safe and edible 100 years from today. Sounds crazy, right? But it's true. I'm James Carter, and today we're diving deep into the ultimate survival list, 25 pantry staples that never ever go bad. These aren't just shelf-stable foods. These are the legendary items that, if stored correctly, can withstand time, disasters, climate shifts, and even total societal collapse. Whether you're prepping for emergencies, building a long-term food cache, or just hate wasting money on expired groceries, this list is for you. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at honey, salt, or rice the same way again. But before we get into the list, stick around until the very end, because number one on this list, it's not what you think.
And it might just be the most misunderstood food on the planet. Let's start with the basics. When we say never goes bad, we mean foods with zero moisture, or those that naturally inhibit bacterial growth. No water, no life. And without microbial activity, spoilage simply can't happen. Of course, proper storage matters. We're talking airtight containers, cool, dark places, away from humidity. But once you've got that down, these foods can last, literally, forever. So without further delay, let's jump into the first item that belongs in every long-term food stockpile. Number 25, white rice. Not brown rice, white rice. The kind you probably ate last night with your stir-fry. Plain, unseasoned, long-grain white rice. When stored properly in a sealed container with oxygen absorbers, can last 30 years or more. That's right, 30 years. The key is removing moisture and oxygen. Once you do that, bacteria and mold can't touch it.
A 50-pound sack costs about $25, feeds a family for months, and doesn't degrade. Military and disaster relief groups stockpile white rice for this exact reason. Just keep it dry, and it'll be good when you need it. Number 24, dried beans. Think black beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, any dry legume. When stored in vacuum-sealed mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, they can last 25 to 30 years. They're packed with protein, fiber, and complex carbs. A 10-pound bag runs about $12, making them one of the cheapest long-term protein sources on Earth. Just remember, they need to be cooked, and always inspect them before use. Bugs or moisture mean toss them out, but if stored right, they'll outlive your kids. Number 23, powdered milk. Now, this one's a bit tricky. Regular milk spoils in days, but powdered milk, when sealed and kept cool, can last 5 to 10 years. Some sources even claim 15, though flavor degrades over time.
Still, for calcium, protein, and versatility in baking or drinking, it's a solid choice. A large can might cost $18 and feeds a family for weeks. Just don't store it near strong odors. Powdered milk absorbs smells like a sponge. Number 22, rolled oats. Not instant packets, we're talking plain old-fashioned oats. Dry, unflavored, in airtight containers. They can last up to 30 years, yes, 30. Oats are a complex carbohydrate powerhouse, great for breakfast, baking, or even thickening stews. A 50-pound bucket? Around $32. We'll add water, cook, and you've got a warm, nutritious meal. Just keep them dry. Moisture is the enemy. Number 21, sugar. Pure white granulated sugar. This stuff is magical. No expiration date. If kept dry and away from pests, it literally never spoils. 100 years, still sweet. 200, still sugar. Bacteria can't grow in high sugar environments. It pulls the moisture right out of microbes.
A 50-pound bag costs about $28 and can be used for energy, food preservation, or even barter in a crisis. Just don't confuse it with brown sugar that has molasses, which can harden or grow mold. White sugar? Immortal. Number 20, cornstarch. Unsung hero of the pantry, used for thickening sauces, soups, even as a dry shampoo. Pure cornstarch stored in a sealed container will last indefinitely. No moisture, no bugs. It's just starch and it doesn't degrade. A 1-pound box costs about $2 and lasts forever. Keep it in a cool, dry place, and it'll work just as well in 2050 as it does today. Number 19, baking soda. You've got it in your fridge to absorb odors. But here's the real secret, it's also a survival staple. Baking soda doesn't spoil, ever. It might lose potency over decades, but chemically it remains stable. It's useful for cooking, cleaning, deodorizing, even medical uses like soothing burns or indigestion. A 1-pound box?
That one spoils. Real maple, basically immortal. Number 16, soy sauce. Fermented, salty, and packed with preservatives. Soy sauce can last 10 years or more, even after opening, if refrigerated. Unopened, in a cool, dark place, possibly decades. The high sodium content kills off microbes. A standard bottle, $5. It might darken or lose some flavor over time, but it won't make you sick. Great for adding umami to long-term meals. Number 15, vinegar. Any kind, white, apple cider, balsamic. Vinegar is self-preserving. The acid level is so high that nothing can grow in it, ever. A bottle from the 1800s was opened in a museum once. Still good. Vinegar never expires. A 32-ounce bottle costs about $6. Use it for cooking, cleaning, or even disinfecting. It's one of the few true forever foods. Number 14, hard liquor. Whiskey, rum, vodka, anything above 40% alcohol. These don't spoil, ever. They don't even need refrigeration.
A sealed bottle of bourbon from the 1940s, still drinkable. Flavor might change slightly over decades, but it won't go bad. A 7,500 milliliter bottle of decent vodka, $25. Besides drinking, it's useful for sterilizing wounds, starting fires or trading. Keep it sealed. Dried pasta. Plain, unflavored dried pasta. Spaghetti macaroni penne. No eggs, no sauce. Just durum wheat. When stored in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers, it can last 10 to 15 years. Some claim even longer. A 5-pound bag costs about $8. Cook it and it's just like fresh. Just watch for bugs. If you see webbing or holes, toss it. But if stored right, it's a car bomb that stands the test of time. Number 12, bouillon cubes. Beef, chicken, vegetable. They're concentrated flavor bombs. High in salt and fat, they resist spoilage. When sealed in wax or foil and kept dry, they can last 10 to 15 years.
A pack of 12 cubes, $3. Crush them into soups, stews, or rice for instant flavor. They might dry out a bit, but they won't go bad. Number 11, freeze-dried fruits and vegetables. This is next-level storage. Freeze-drying removes almost all moisture, 98%, leaving food lightweight and shelf-stable. Properly sealed, these can last 25 to 30 years. Strawberries, peas, apples, even scrambled eggs. They come back to life with water. A one-person month supply, around $85. More expensive up front, but unmatched for nutrition and longevity. Number 10, powdered eggs. Yep, real eggs, just dehydrated. When sealed with oxygen absorbers, they can last 10 to 15 years. Reconstitute with water, and they cook just like fresh. A 1,000-count bucket, $120, feeds a family for months. Great for baking, scrambling, or pancakes. Not gourmet, but in a long-term scenario, gold. Number 9, instant coffee.
Not the fancy pour-over stuff. We're talking plain instant, sealed and kept dry. It can last 10 to 20 years. Flavor fades, it's still safe. A large jar, $15. In a crisis, that's morale in a cup. Number 8, tea. Dried black, green, or herbal tea, stored in sealed tins or vacuum packs 10 to 20 years. Some teas even improve with age, like Pu'er, 100 tea bags, $12. Steep one, and it's like fresh. Just keep it dry and away from light. Number 7, salt. The original food preserver, pure sodium chloride. It never spoils, ever. A 1,000-year-old salt mine, still good. Salt kills bacteria, draws out moisture, and enhances flavor. A 10-pound bag, $8. Essential for both cooking and survival. Just avoid iodized salt if storing long-term. The iodine can degrade. Plain sea salt or kosher. Perfect. Number 6, honey. This one's...
Archaeologists found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs, over 3,000 years old, and it was still edible. How? Low moisture, high acidity, and natural hydrogen peroxide. Honey is antibacterial and self-preserving. A 16-ounce jar, $12. It might crystallize over time, just warm it gently, but it will never ever go bad. One of the few true immortal foods. Now we're getting into the top 5, and this is where things get wild. Number 5, hardtack, also known as pilot bread or ship biscuit. This is the ultimate survival cracker. Flour, water, and sometimes salt, baked until rock hard. Used by sailors for centuries because it doesn't spoil. It's basically inedible without soaking, but it lasts forever. A box of 12, $10. In a famine or disaster, this could keep you alive for weeks. Number 4, freeze-dried meat. Think beef, chicken, or turkey, flash frozen and vacuum sealed. Remove the water and bacteria can't grow.
These can last 25 to 30 years. A 10-pound bucket, $250. Expensive, but it's real protein that rehydrates and tastes surprisingly good. For long-term prep, it's worth the investment. Number 3, white vinegar and oil mixtures. Wait, no. That's not right. I meant to say number 3 is... Well, actually, let me correct that. Number 3 is... No, I'm just messing with you. Number 3 is milk powder, but not the kind you're thinking of. We're talking about non-fat dry milk, stored in 10 cans with oxygen absorbers. That stuff can last 25 years, but we already covered powdered milk, didn't we? So let's skip to the real top 3. Number 3, wheat berries. Yes, whole wheat kernels, not flour. Store them dry sealed with oxygen absorbers, and they can last 30 years or more. Grind them into flour when you need it. A 50-pound bucket, $45. This is the backbone of long-term food storage.
Pasta!
one simple rice bugs and moist medicine sauce rice 2 pounds possession from must 6 pounds nuts give me our edible astro numbers just roasted numbered rice.
There is no recorded case of properly stored honey going bad, none. It doesn't matter if it's in a jar, a cave, or a pharaoh's tomb. If it's real honey, raw, unprocessed, sealed, it will last forever. Why? 3 reasons. 1. Very low moisture. Bacteria can't survive in such a dry environment. 2. High acidity. The pH is too low for microbes to thrive. 3. Natural hydrogen peroxide. Bees add an enzyme called glucose oxidase that creates a mild antiseptic effect. Put those together, and you've got a food that is literally timeless. And get this, even if it crystallizes, which it often does, it's still good. Just warm it gently, and it returns to liquid. No refrigeration needed, no preservatives, no packaging requirements beyond a seal. Honey is the perfect survival food. And here's a pro tip. Local honey might help with seasonal allergies. Not proven, but many swear by it. So if you're building a long-term food stockpile, start with honey. Buy it in glass jars.
Store it in a cool, dark place. And know that, no matter what happens, that jar will still be good when your great-grandkids open it. Now, before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap of the full list, because you're going to want to write this down. 25. White rice 24, dried beans 23, powdered milk 22, rolled oats 21, sugar 20, cornstarch 19, baking soda 18, baking powder 17, maple 16, soy sauce 15, vinegar 14. Hard liquor 13, dried pasta 12, bouillon cubes 11, freeze-dried fruits and vegetables 10, powdered eggs 9, instant coffee 8, tea 7, salt 6, honey 5, hardtack 4, freeze-dried meat 3, wheat berries 2, vacuum-sealed white rice 1, honey, again, because it's that important now, I know what you're thinking. James, some of these items need preparation, some lose flavor.
Some need water, and you're right. Forever food doesn't mean delicious forever. But in a real emergency, a power grid failure, a natural disaster, a global crisis, these are the foods that will keep you alive when everything else is gone. And the best part? Most of them are cheap. You don't need to spend thousands. Start small, buy an extra bag of rice, grab a few extra jars of honey, pick up a bucket of beans, store them properly, and slowly build your stockpile. Your future self will thank you. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. What's the first item you're adding to your long-term pantry? Is it honey, rice, salt, or something we didn't mention? Let me know. And if you've ever found an ancient jar of something in your cabinet and dared to taste it, tell us that story too. I read every comment. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay prepared.
And remember, some foods don't just survive time, they conquer it.